Stayed here last night, which seems such a long time ago. We've checked in, had a coffee, etc., and we're just waiting to board the plane for our trip to Switzerland. We are now in the process of climbing up the mountain, so up until now we've been pretty straight, and now it's going to be all kind of curvy and up and down. To the house at about 3 o'clock, unpacked, and then we thought we'd take a walk to Beaver, which we did. Well, we were going to walk all the way to Engedine, but it was bitterly cold. I'm wearing not enough clothes. This is one of Hyder's numbers, this is one of mine, and even with a hat on, etc., I was still too cold. So this was amazing. We waited for a bus. Okay, we waited for a bus. There's a bus every 2 hours, and the time slot we chose was the time slot when the bus doesn't run. And then Haida said, "Quick, look, there's a train!" And so we ran for the train and missed it. We then had a coffee and just basically warmed up. We were absolutely frozen. By the time we got to Engedine, we were going to Engedine to go to the supermarket, thinking it closes at 7, closed at 6. So by the time we got there, the supermarket was closed. People that love souvenirs, and I'm one of them. This is our week card.
Worth a fortune.
Yes, this cost about 60 English pounds and 82 Swiss francs. However, it gives us unlimited travel in Engedine, which is where we are at the moment. Out on our way to Engedine, and the plan is to go and buy some provisions, put them in a locker. The shop closes at 4, so we're going to buy the provisions, put them in a locker, and then go to a place called Silts. We're going to try and get there by bus, because that way we go to all the pretty villages. And when we're at Silts, what do we do at Silts, Haida?
We just walk through the mountains, really.
We walk through the mountains and just enjoy ourselves, and then as it's getting dark we'll get back on a train, go and pick the food up, come back home. We've come up from the bottom of the mountain, and it looked as though we were pioneers, that there was nobody else that had taken this trail except for one guy that we saw coming down. But I think what's happening is that the snow is settling and it's taking out all the footprints, so it makes us feel like pioneers without actually being real pioneers. So at the moment we're in Engedine. We got the train from St Moritz, and we had about 2 minutes in order to get our shopping, which we'd left in a locker. And we were running up the stairs just as our train left. Pros and cons of public transport. One of the pros is that somebody else does all the driving, which is definitely good when the weather's like this. One of the cons is that if you don't make it to the right train at the right time, that you can do quite a lot of hanging around. Nevertheless, well, we're now on the train that we have been waiting for, and yeah, just looking forward to getting back to Engedine. We're planning to spend the day tobogganing. You can toboggan down this slope for 15 minutes, which is what we're going to do.
There's enough.
7-kilometre journey all the way down to Bergrun, Heide? Okay. And we're just warming up at the moment.
Who is warming up?
Oh! Wow, here we go, this is it! Excellent! This is what we'll... Trust.
I don't trust him.
Speed.
Because Tim, he went twice full speed into the side.
Yeah,
and then
that was thanks to Heide, who was busy trying to explain to me how to steer and then kind of left me to it. But I'm getting the hang of it now.
And then Tim says, trust me. How can I?
Well, are we going to have another go?
Yes.
Heide was the passenger.
Sorry,
Now Heide
the
is
navigator.
the navigator. She now has
We
the
don't have
hunger of glory.
passengers.
We're ready to do it for the second time. How are we feeling, Heide?
Well, we feel we are racing against some other teams because a kid drove into me early on an hour ago. I hadn't forgotten about
Well,
that.
actually, Heide kind of parked up on a corner, so it wasn't really the child's fault. I think the child was very reluctant to crash into us anyway.
Anyway, I hadn't forgotten about it.
So anyway,
It's
are we going to jump on?
Yes.
Here we go. First corner. What are you thinking, Klaassen?
Oh,
I'm thinking we're about to
Tim,
crash.
take your legs off!
Oh my.
Fucking hell.
Here we go. Is Klaassen going to take us into the side?
Okay, all under control. Nobody's behind
Nobody's
us.
behind us.
We can use the whole...
The whole of the track. Corner coming up. I can see Klaassen beginning to tense up a little bit. The brakes are off. Oh, we're coming into the side, into the softer sand, softer snow. Heide's away. How are you feeling now, Heide?
Well, we're in the lead. The kids haven't overtaken us. That's all that counts.
Yeah, we are still number one.
Tim,
Corner
can you help me?
Okay, corner coming up. Tim and Heide. Slight panic coming on. You're doing good. Oh. There we go. Another slight corner and underneath the bridge. You're doing great.
It's okay. You can lift. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, super the mark, Heide.
Okay, that's a very tight one. Ooh.
We're around. It's amazing.
The speedometer, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's out of action. 27.
27.
Oh.
29.
We slowed down. Last time we were 28. Well, safety first.
That's what Colin said. You hit a patch of ice and you really fly.
How's it sitting in the back? What's about trust?
Trust is good. I've got the coldest hand on the planet though.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, curve, Tim.
Whoa! Oh!
Tim, head!
You did good, Heide. You did brilliant.
Oh, slight panic there. That was a double twisted
A
curve.
little bit of recomposure going on. Oh, Heide.
I thought I couldn't do it.
Is that the correct pronunciation?
Yeah.
Grün. I can actually see my hand is physically blue.
It's true, I can see that too. Okay, last corner.
Exciting corner coming up. Here we go. Wow, I tell you, this was way more relaxing than the first time.
Silently.
You're going fast and then you realise you're not.
At least it's not those 3-year-olds.
Yeah. Haida felt very uncomfortable about leading. Would that be true?
Yes.
Yes. However, despite a little bit of screaming and it's a corner, slow down, we did great.
It was really fun. And it was great to use all your body weight to actually turn the whole sledge round to get around the corners.
You did. You had to swing your legs this way and that way. And sometimes you didn't feel you were actually on the sledge at all.
Yeah,
You were
actually
so busy.
I sat next to it in one corner.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So it was good.
It was great. Yeah.
It's very hard to get up because these skis, they're like 2 meters long.
Yeah.
If you take one on each side, Tim.
Stick.
I don't know actually. You just push yourself up. Yeah. And careful with your knee that you don't bend the knee. Very good, very good. And maybe, Tim, you might go down this hill.
Inevitably, I'm going to go down the hill. Okay.
The tip more to the right, both of them.
Yeah.
You will shoot down this hill, Tim.
So
Yeah, very good.
Sort of a heave-ho. Let's see if I can...
Very good. Brilliant, Tim. I think you're on your way. You're doing really well. Yeah. How long do we have left on the battery? Okay. Lift. Very good, Tim. Excellent. Okay.
Myself and Haida are now going to Zurz to pick up Haida's skis, which have just been waxed.
And she realised after having those skis for about 12 years or 15 years that they need to be waxed. Some people do it every day, but some do it at least once a holiday. And this is the first time. And I wondered why it was so hard work and why it was so slow.
We've just been to collect Haida's skis from Zurz, and I was hoping that we could then spend an hour or so just practicing. However, I kind of hurt my neck. I just lay on it really funny. So what we decided to do is to, instead of having a day skiing, we're going to do another day sightseeing. So the plan is we're going to get the train and go in the direction of Italy in the Retische Anyway, it's one that kind of weaves through all the mountain passes. So that's going to be us. Here we are at Alp Grün, and behind me is just snow. It's just all white. I can see a few buildings in the background, or should I say I can see a few roof lines in the background. There is a community here, the Alp Grün community.
And who's that?
Well, the people that live down in the valley.
Right. I don't think anybody is living here.
Okay.
Who's that? Well, in that hut?
Yeah.
They're completely snowed in. There hasn't been anybody there for weeks.
A couple of months.
Let's have a look what's at the other end.
Okay.
Would you like to take?
This one. Heidi, do you want to explain what you're doing?
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
We're doing stars, moons, hearts, and a pig. We get like almost everything.
Well, we're going to try. Heidi's putting the heart-shaped gloves on. Biscuits are coming out.
Others.
Green icing, and we have pink icing, and then we have white as well.
Well, first impression is sweet. Second one is harder than I thought that would be.
There's definitely a good quality crunch there. A nice sweetness from the icing sugar. The texture's good. I would consider these to be a winner. Pretty much up at the top of the mountain, and you can see that it's all very, very grey. So I guess it's the mist. Are we up as far as the cloud line yet, Hydra, or am I imagining that?
Well, we are in heaven, Tim.
Certainly feels like it. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep going up as far as we can.
And then we jump over the top.
And then we just get the camera out again and film some more. It's the 24th, and no Christmas is complete without a rush around the supermarket, knowing that it's going to be impossible to buy anything for the next 2 days. So yeah, so that's where we are. We're in the supermarket and we're just buying some bits and pieces. Would you say it was an enjoyable experience?
It was wonderful. It was really great. You did everything, and I just stood around and you filled the thing.
Sounds like teamwork.
Absolute teamwork, yeah.
We're now on our way up to Monterach, which is where the glacier is, and the idea is to ski down to a place called Pontresina. Now we're not too sure, it started to snow again just now, and we are beginning to climb a little bit higher on the train, but where we've been staying it's all becoming quite slushy, so we're not sure whether we can actually ski down from Monterach at all. If we can't, then we'll get on another train and a bus and go to Zilts, which is Zilts is even higher than Monterach, and so there's a better chance of having snow there.
This was the first curve. We'd never been here.
I just went straight.
It's the easiest is because it's so deep. To take the skis off, you'll be all right. Maybe on the knees, Tim. Yeah, very good, Tim. You're doing well. Perfect.
Okay, so that was
that
was the first corner. Okay.
Okay.
So, maybe it's better for me to start on the straight and work up to the hills. I think that's going to be my new rule of thumb.
thinking you would learn the ground for 2 minutes because you need to get your camera.
So we are on a train that is going from Pontresina to, in fact, where we want to go to Madeline. The thing was, our shopping was at Samiden, where it stopped to take on more passengers. Haida and myself had this idea that she would kind of keep all the stuff to one side, all our ski stuff. I would run over to the lockers and then get the shopping and then sort of bring it back. And it was sort of like 50-50 whether I was going to make it back on time before the train went. And we made it, which is great because there's only one train an hour. The evening of the 24th, and Haida is making the place look even more homely. Ja, denke ich auch. First sighting of blue sky since we've been here. We've had lots of kind of different types of blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the sign's pointing to Madeline, which is where we're going now, but the other sign is pointing to the Castel, which is kind of up the mountain, which is where we've just come from. And we went and had a Gerstensuppe at this place called the Castel, and it was like a long way to climb up, but we kind of followed a road, and then we decided to see if we could forge our way back on the footpath, which we managed to do. So in German this is called the Zweite Weihnachtsnacht. And this is the food that we've prepared. So we have Spätzle, mushrooms, olives, tomatoes, and is there anything else? Oh, chorizo. As with all good cooking programs, I'm going to test it. I'm going to see if it needs more salt. So for that, I'm going to require a fork. Okay, so let's just see. I'm just going to take one of the mushrooms here. On this occasion it doesn't need more salt, it's actually perfect. So today is our last day of the holiday, sadly. The weather is it's really amazing now. We've got, as you can see, we've got blue skies. I'm on my way towards Zurich now. But somehow the whole landscape has come alive. So I'm expecting to get down there. It's going to take me about 40 minutes, give or take. So I'm just going to head off now. Got the opportunity to try out some new skis. It's difficult for me to say whether I like these anymore. I definitely like the Atomics, but these Fisher ones are good as well. We made it. It's 8 minutes past 5 in the morning, and we've just shot down from the house. I'm still shaking a little bit. Hyde is still breathing quite heavily, but our train goes at 13 minutes past. We've been on 4 trains. This is the 4th one. We're now at Zurich station, Zurich Hauptbahnhof, and we're on our way to the airport. I realised I'm not going to see Hyde for the next 7 days, which is going to be strange because we spent the last 10 days together, and it's been very, very nice. So I realised that as Hyde was kind of sitting opposite, and her head would go down, and it would go left, and it would go right, and then she'd make some kind of discomfort noise. Anyway, that's what's going to happen. So we'll not see each other for about another 7 days. But we've had a great time.